The book of Philippians is a letter written by Paul to the church in Philippi. It is Paul's warmest letter to a group of people he dearly loved, who were a strong support system for him. And he wrote it while in prison in Rome. Can you imagine writing a letter encouraging others while you are in prison? In the letter, Paul teaches about genuine Christianity. Here in the final chapter, he gives practical advice and encouragement for how the people should live as Christ followers and how they can have peace in a world of rejection. Paul is telling a flourishing church not to worry. Paul understood worry, he was in prison. But he also knew the peace that can only be had through Jesus Christ. Paul knew that prayer was the only antidote for the worry that plagues humanity. In this verse, Paul separates prayer, petition, and request, and says they all need to be shaped by thanksgiving and given over to God. One way of seeing the difference between these three is a request for circumstance, a request for action, and a request for resources. In situations of anxiety, these are the three areas that Christians are called to trust God for provision. Paul encourages the people to be thankful for where God has placed them, how he acted for them, and what he has given them. Life can easily be full of worry. Will I do well on my test? Will I get married? Will we have kids? Will our kids know Jesus? Will I lose someone I love? Will I be rejected? Will my favorite team win the championship? One of Satan's favorite traps that we so easily fall into is the idea that worrying about the future will help change the outcome. Ultimately, the only one that has control of the future is God. And if you trust Romans 8:28, that all things work together for the good of those who love God, then you have no reason to worry, because no matter how it turns out, it is ultimately for your good. This does not mean that God expects us to never have any concerns, but when we do, we can give them to Him, and then the difficult part, let Him have them. God knows what is in your heart, and He wants you to talk about it with Him. Pray through your struggles, your stresses, your fears, and let Him leave you with the perfect peace that is only available through Him.